The following is a presentation of Godaway Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here at the Soccer Sportsplex in North Olmsted, Ohio, as we are doing battle between the Cleveland Samba and the Rock City Boom. Good evening, my name is Noah Ricks, your play-by-play commentary. Here on Godaway Sports, we got away alongside our cameraman, Donald Van Horn, who is going to do a heck of a job tonight as well, doing the camera. So, looks like we have a little bit of a pre-game festivities. We got some ball boys getting celebratory ovations and ball girls. So, looks like we have a little bit of sportsmanship between both teams, the Rock City Boom and the Cleveland Samba. This game actually did get pushed back a little bit. Right now it's 6:12, so that's why we started a little bit late. But here we are. Everyone meeting up at center field. And here's the national anthem. So we had our national anthem, and we are just about ready to do action here on Godaway Sports between Rock City Boom, coming all the way from Rochester, New York, against the Cleveland Samba here in Northeast Ohio. We just want to remind you that this broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use for our audience, and the use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So Noah Ricks here on Godaway Sports and the Cleveland Samba. This is the biggest game of the year on their end as they look to get payback against the Rock City Boom. In the last meeting, it was a tough one where the Samba just lost to the Rock City Boom by a score of 23-3 back on January 3rd. So off we go. Ready to do action. As it currently stands right now in the East, Rock City Boom 7-0, scoring 21 points so far in the standings. And the Samba 5-2, second place, having 15 points in the standings. Your top two teams by a country mile. Ready to get this one underway, and we are underway as Rock City Boom controls it and taken by Rock City's number 26, Konrad Sadowicz. Rock City trying to control it on defense, and we got a whistle blown already to start things off. The turnout here for the Rock City Boom team. And now here comes the Samba's number 10, Mateo Durango. It's off the nets. So possession arrow going back here to Rock City. But this game being delayed by about 10 minutes. We had a delay because there was a youth game going on. The ball boys and the ball girls, I think, had a game earlier. Good shot block by Kiefer Reed. And Kiefer Reed gets it right back, and looking to do havoc, but he just rolls it down to number 23, Alex Rublianchi. Shot blocked. Good. Shot block by number 28, Andrea Demidov. And the throw there by Kiefer Reed. And now it's at the corner, trying to fight for it. Just about a minute gone by here, and we got a whistle blown, some contact there at the center field. So it looks like possession arrow going to stay here with the Boom. It's off there. Here comes the hustle. Trying to hustle for it was number 5. Look at dodge for the Rock City Boom. And it's up and off. That's a miss there for the City Boom. The Rock City Boom trying to control the tempo. And that was a miss, for the Samba. And now here comes some substitutions. Some substitutions coming in for the Samba. Number 19, Sylvester Messiah, one of them. For the Samba, and it's off there. Kiefer Reed with a partial block and taken back by the goalie, Jacob Mitchell of the Rock City Boom. Fight for it, and a miss there by number 26, Konrad Sadowicz. And the whistle blows as Kiefer Reed will try to maintain this possession for the Cleveland Samba. He just rolls it off. And now, trying to spin with it is number 99 of the Samba, Colton Fry. Once again, more contact. Kick is up and away, but stolen away by number 19 of the Rock City Boom. Now here comes the fight for it. I thought I saw number 19 for the Boom, but taken here by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, Jacob Mitchell. And Colton Fry getting met up with some contact. Excuse me, that was number 9, Dan Rieger, not number 19 for the Rock City Boom. Just a little correction there, and it's off. A good shot, but missed by Mascladani. Mascladani going to try again, and that's off again. Mascladani, 2 chances, but unsuccessful. Here comes the Boom. George Continent getting it right back. Cleveland Samba on their own home turf, trying to get payback for a 20-goal defeat back on January 3rd. Trying to give Rock City their first loss of the season. And the kick there, Mateo Durango to the corner and taken by Jacob Mitchell. Jacob Mitchell, a hard throw and a nice long arc. And now number 23 taking it for the Rock City Boom. Now taken number 28 with it, Andre Demidov. Trying to get a good piece of that. Taken back here by Cleveland. And number 23 was Juan Pablo Reyes. Trying to find the correct numbers on our starting lineup. Some aren't on the normal starting lineup, but we just want to give you that correction. Reyes was number 23 for Rock City. Now number 14, Alex Hartley going to do a little free kick. 3 men at the wall here for Cleveland. But they decide to get it off and a shot blocked again. So very tight knit here in the first 4 minutes. And player falling down to the ground. A little bit of a chirpiness between Harley and number 9, Nick Zagarach. Number 13, Jordan Lewis. And now to number 23, Alex Rimlianchi. Rimlianchi stolen away by Harley. And now number 10 with it, Eduardo Figueroa. Figueroa. And that's on top. Harley with the shot. And a miss there for Rock City, and a good climb up there by Kiefer Reed. So very tight knit, very aggressive. No score here with 10:18 to go, first quarter of play. That's the Cleveland Samba holding their own right now against Rock City, but it's stolen away by number 28, Demidov. Double team stolen away by Gratzer, number 6 for the Samba, Jake Gratzer. And now Gratzer getting it right back. Kiefer Reed calling for it, giving it to Mitch Boyer. Mitch Boyer having to hustle back to get it. Trying to play a little keep away here. Number 9, Dan Rieger. And that's up and in. That's a goal there for Rock City, making it a 1-0 game. So a nice little strong start, nice little strong response there for Rock City's number 28, Andre Demidov. So Rock City on the board, and keep in mind the Cleveland Samba, all 3 home games this year undefeated, but biggest home test of the year against Rock City was able to just really dominate them from the start. Back on January the 3rd. A 1-0 Rock City game. And that's a header, this time by George Condon. It goes on the net, so out of bounds. Possession arrow going back here to Rock City. You know, they had their work cut out for them tonight against this Rock City Boom. Now number 20 with it, Matt Schubert. That's Sylvester Messiah trying to get a little lower upper body header. Now here comes the call for it. Rock City trying to attack again, leading 1-0. Good shot block. Looks like that was Colton Fry getting a piece of that. And now Kiefer Reed getting it into his arms and throwing it down to George Cottenden. George Cottenden at the corner. George Cottenden, heavy defense by Conrad Tadowicz, the defenseman. That's Spladani now here for the Samba. Now Anthony DeMarco into the game. Almost stolen away by the Rock City Boom. But here comes Spladani having to go back, giving it off here to Jordan Lewis. Getting a piece of that there was Anthony DeMarco. And DeMarco sliding, and shot blocked there by Jacob Mitchell. The goalie coming in on the far side, outside the box. And it's blocked again by Mitchell. Great defense here by the Boom. Just over 8 minutes to go, first quarter of play. And a 1-0 Rock City Boom lead. And looks like Anthony DeMarco going to be called with a push. So DeMarco called with that push, and a chance to reset here for Rock City. Some subs coming in and out. As Hartlig now going to do a little bit of a corner style kick for the Boom. And now here comes the block by Kiefer Reed. Kiefer Reed saving it at the last second. So still a 1-0 game. A shot missed there by Hartlig. And DeMarco trying to play some heavy defense. Good defense there by DeMarco. And now Mateo Durango trying to hustle back to get it. But good save there in the scoop by Jacob Mitchell. And it's off the side of the foot. Looks like Mitch Boyer getting in there. So some subs coming back in and out. Harlick checking back into the game for the Rock City Boom. And another shot blocked by Kiefer Reed. Only one goal given up so far by Kiefer Reed. And now a chance for Rock City to reset. Standing at the corner. And shot blocked. A lot of blocking here early on. A lot of shot attempts here by both teams. And Nick Segurach getting in there. Rock City wanted a foul. And it looks like number 13 for Rock City, Jamison Riley, going to be called with that foul. Looks like he got a little too aggressive and got the push. And now Mitch Boyer kicking it off to the corner. It's taken back by Rock City's number 25, Bogdan Yatishin. Another roll there by Kiefer Reed. Now number 20, Cannon Dees, gets it off. It's back here to Dees on their own side of the goal. And kick down the middle. Connor Hollett gives it off. Remy Nurowski, shot blocked by Jacob Mitchell. Hard time, frustrating sequence here for the Samba. Very athletic and very agile goalie that the Rock City Boom has. You can definitely tell, 7-0 for a reason, Rock City Boom. Coming all the way down here from Rochester, New York. About a good 4.5-hour drive down here to the Cleveland area. Trying to get a good look. The shot attempt by number 5. Look at Dodge, the defenseman. And now George Condon checking back into the game, same as Matt Skladany, Jordan Lewis, and Anthony DeMarco. So 5:57 to go, first quarter of play. And you are seeing what has been a very aggressive style of play. It's only 1-0. The Rock City Boom leads on top of the Cleveland Samba. We just want to remind you, the sponsors of today's game, Sudge McGuire Bar and Grill, the favorite hangout spot for us at Gateway Sports, but most importantly, the Cleveland Samba. Sudge McGuire Bar and Grill, an official partner of the Samba, and by Realtor Matthew Werner, KW Elevate, Keller Williams, dial 440-429-6657 or go to mwerner@kw.com. That is his email you can contact. And by an official partner, Simvay Systems, Christopher David Oswald, the owner, 2950 Clemens Road, 92, or you can email Oswald at koswald@simvay.com. And most importantly, go to www.simvay.com to learn more. 5:57 to go, first quarter of play. The Rock City Boom only leading 1-0 against this Cleveland Samba team. This is a team averaging 19 goals a game in their first 7 victories. Their first 7 victories coming in a dominant spurt. We did mention that they beat the Cleveland Samba 23-3 and a shot blocked. And now Jacob Mitchell kicking it down to the other end. Demidov. And that was a good hop back to Harlick, but shot blocked. Kiefer Reed staying in there, staying aggressive. And it looks like a little trip down. Colton Fry getting tripped to the ground with just over 5.5 minutes to go, first quarter. George Cottenden gets tripped up, and it looks like there is going to be a call there. It looks like Andre Demidov going to be called with that. So you're looking at their last game back on February 28th. Compared to the other games, it was just a close 8-5 victory for the Rock City Boom. against the Sahara Gunners. Sahara really gave them a run for their money. Obviously, two Western New York rivals going toe-to-toe. And a player getting tripped up there. Rieger, a bench warning here on the Rock City Boom. So this bench here for Rock City being very animated into the game, trying to cheer on their squad. And now Boom players will go back to the bench, subbing back in some subs here. Number 26, one of the starters here today, as well as Jamison Riley, number 13. And here comes the whistle blown. So the clock stopping at 5:09. And now a chance here for the Cleveland Samba to reset. As Anthony DeMarco looks like he'll get the call to boot this one away. Oh, good use of the hands by Jacob Mitchell. Good defensive stalemate, trying to seal the gaps. And now Anthony DeMarco, it's not on the net, so it's still in play. Back here to the center, DeMarco, and more contact. So some subs coming back in and out for the Cleveland Samba. And that's off the wall. Checking in there for the Samba, number 11, Dylan Keeling. And now Anthony DeMarco, they're at the corner, and it's scooped up by Jacob Mitchell. 4.5 minutes to go as Demidov checks back in for the Rock City Boom. Just trying to use the ball handling skills. Now to give it off to number 26, Sadowicz. They're at the corner. Demidov. Now Harley on the right side. Now they utilize it down the middle. Rieger. Getting a piece of that was number 23, Alex Remilianchi. Just giving it right back to Kiefer Reed, who tries to boost it up a notch. Back here to Remilianchi. And Remilianchi some contact. Looks like the foul going to be called on number 16, Fernando Furioso. That's on the wall. And Dylan Keeling trying to get in there for the Samba, just trying to keep it out of Harlig's foot. And they step back, calling for it was Kiefer Reed. Good communication there by the goalkeeper, who scoops it off to Cannondese. Just a 1-0 game so far, very competitive, and it's off! Mitch Boyer, good shot block, but good shot block by Conrad Zadowicz. Matt Skladany getting it right back here for Cleveland. And it's nowhere near the goal, as right there in the middle, they kick it right to Jacob Mitchell. Mitchell throws it down. Standing around the corner. Samba still looking to try to get on the board here. Number 5, look at Dodge. Looks like it's back to Dodge, off the side, and that goes on the ceiling. Goes on the high top nets, close to the ceiling, so it's out of bounds. Clock reading 2:42 now, first quarter. And you got to give the Samba credit. Only 1-0 and a free kick coming up for Harlech. He just scoops it off on the left side. That's in on the tippy tip by number 13, Jamison Riley. 2-0, the Rock City Boom on the top of the Cleveland Samba. Clock stopping at 2:37, just over 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter, and now the Samba now seeing themselves in a 2-0 hole. As Mateo Durango back into the game here for Cleveland. So starting off strong as they usually do, the Rock City Boom, and a scoop there by Jacob Mitchell. And Rock City really on a roll after last week's game. Last week's narrow victory against the Sahara Gunners, arguably their closest game of the year, which was only a 3-goal victory. Back here to Mitchell. Mitchell just deciding to use his foot. And Mateo Durango getting in there. Mateo Durango trying to get a head start on him. Now Sylvester Messiah getting it right back here for Cleveland. And George Continent, can he score? No, Jacob Mitchell grabbing it, I believe, with maybe a 1.5 hand. Number 33, Anthony DeMarco checking back into the game here for Cleveland. As a Samba, game's far from over. We still have over 45 minutes left. But definitely you don't want to give Rock City a strong start as they have done in this first quarter. So a good little ovation there. That was a bit of a hard hit around the corner. Good turnout here at the Soccer Sportsplex, as it has been all season. We do have one more game next week at 6 p.m. as the Cleveland Samba play host to the Youngstown Nighthawks in their home finale. As the Samba really looking to make a statement, trying to get a position in this Nationals race. And once again, a collision, falling down hard to the ground was the Samba's number 9, Nick Zagarach. That's at the corner, number 28, Demidov. Good defense there by DeMarco, but it's off. It's off on the left side. Looks like that was Demidov getting a shot there, unsuccessful. Scooping it down. And now Harlick around the left corner. Now he goes officially to the corner. And good kick away by DeMarco. Just under a minute to go, first quarter now. Rock City trying to utilize time of possession. Playing keep away. And that was a good pass there by number 12, Joe Balls. Now trying to get a good piece of that, but good defense taken away by Dylan Keeling. Now the clock reading under 30 seconds to shoot here for the Cleveland Samba. No play clock here in indoor soccer. And now it's 15 seconds as the Rock City Boom gets it back. Maybe one last shot here before the first quarter comes to a close. And it's blocked there by Kiefer Reed. And kick up and away. The header there by Zagarach. And falling down to the ground was number 9, Dan Rinker. But that will do it here. First quarter of play as the Cleveland Samba fall behind thanks to 2 first quarter goals by the Rock City Boom. And the Rock City Boom leads 2-0 heading into the second period. You are watching Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get you a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
We're back here to start the second quarter here on Godaway Sports with the host Cleveland Samba and the visiting Rock City Boom. This game being brought to you by your Cleveland Samba partners, the healthiest you at Dr. Maximilian Zart's Chiropractor Center. Your Strongsville chiropractor dialed 440-238-3338. He is located at 12608 Almeida Drive in Strongsville, Ohio, 44149. That is Dr. Maximilian Zart, the healthiest you, his chiropractor center. And by Barrett Financial Group, the team of John Washburn, Philip Spagnolo, and Nick Mastrapetro. Go to the Barrett Financial Group LLC, located on 8500 Station Street, Suite 300K in Mentor, Ohio, 44060. So we start this second quarter of play with the score Rock City Boom 2 and the Cleveland Samba nothing. Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer here on Godaway Sports, alongside our cameraman Donald Van Horn. Back to a solo play-by-play broadcast. Unfortunately, our other partner, Matt Marr, is not able to be in attendance tonight, but definitely had a great call last time when we were out here about 3 weeks ago. And a very dominant win from the Cleveland Samba against the Youngstown Nighthawks. And that is a good takeaway by Jacob Mitchell. And Kiefer Reed staying in there at the goalie position for Cleveland to start this second quarter. So Rock City on the other side now. As taken here by Kiefer Reed, a throw there, and it's out of bounds. Unsuccessful, trying to get it off to Jake Gratzer, but he hit the top of the glass. Some substitutions coming in and out. Looks like we got a little bit of a free kick coming for Harlig, and Harlig gets it in on the free kick. 3-0 here, thanks to Harlig's free kick goal. That is Alex Harlig slicing it down. So now the Samba getting into a bigger hole. Just trying to keep it within a reasonable distance here before this first half comes to a close. But most importantly, you need to get on the board. They had some good looks, but that goalie, Jacob Mitchell, for the Rock City Boom, has been very aggressive, going everywhere around the box. It's taken back now by Zadowicz. Conrad Zadowicz kicks it on the top net. Now some substitutions coming in. Looks like Alex Harlig going to get another crack at it on the reset. And more collisions, more contact. Looks like they're going to call it there on Harlig. And the Samba back on offense. Still have yet to get on the board here in this first half. About a minute gone by here, second quarter. That's up there on the left side and scooped up and away by Jacob Mitchell. Then trying to feed it off to Sylvester Messiah. Good job playing the spy there as the Rock City Boom force yet another turnover. Now number 12 here, Joe Balls, around the corner here for Rock City. And Condon spinning around. Now here comes a charge here. Masculine 80, but sliding down, and it's in! That is the goal for Sylvester Messiah. Sylvester Messiah gets the best of Mitchell there. Mitchell was too far out, and the Samba on the board here in the second quarter. 3-1, Sylvester Messiah taking advantage of Mitchell getting far outside the box. And they are still well within this one. A 3-1 game now. As Messiah gets the Samba on the board. So key strategy here is trying to get the best here of Jacob Mitchell. Jacob Mitchell has been going everywhere. You got to get him in the sweet spot. That's what you want to do. And Jacob Mitchell, and he get it in. Oh! Jacob Mitchell just let it go by him, and now Mateo Durango, that's going to count as a goal for him. 2 quick goals here by the Samba. Some key mental mistakes by Jacob Mitchell. And the Samba within 1. That's going to pump this crowd up here at the Soccer Sportsplex. Trying to come back from a 3-0 deficit. The Samba getting 2 quick goals in just a matter of about maybe 15 seconds. You got to love it. And now the Samba back on offense, looking to tie it up. Take it right back by Zozowicz of the City Boom. And he tried to get a piece of that again. And it's in! It is in for Jake Kratzer. Holy Toledo! I know we're not in Toledo, but it still counts. 12:25 to go, first half. And now we are tied up. And it's a ball game that you did not expect. Samba coming back down from a 3-0 deficit, tying it up with 3 quick goals in just a matter of about 45 seconds, less than a minute. They found themselves with 3 quick goals. In a very high-stakes moment, in a very high-stakes game, this is what you need to do. Potentially a battle here for first place. Even though the season is winding down. But trying to get back into position for it at least. Game number 8 here for both teams. And now the Samba back on offense, looking to go on top here for the first time today. It's taken back here by the Boom. Boom, really flustered. And that's off. That's up and on the top net. So number 10, Mateo Durango checking back in here for the Cleveland Samba. But the first test is completed. Battle back from down a 3-0 deficit, but still plenty of soccer to play. About just over 40 minutes left of action. It's up on the net. Trying to get it there for the Samba was number 23, Alex Rumblienchi. So now, once again, we reset with Alex Harlig. And it's in off of Kiefer Reed, making it a 4-3 game here for the Rock City Boom. And that was the assist there by Harlig to his teammate number 13, Jamison Riley. Got to keep their heads up. They were able to respond down 3 goals. A good comeback, but it was finally responded there by the Rock City Boom. So right now, the Cleveland Samba have totaled the same amount of goals that they scored in the first meeting, but definitely looking for a heck of a lot more. Now the free kick coming up here for Mitch Boyer. Mitch Boyer, 3 men, and he has to get it off, and it's off! A little bit to the right. Cannon D's back on offense, the header, and no goal. Trying to get the boot off, and Dylan Keeling trying to get it, but Cannon D's just scoops it off on the other end to Mitch Boyer. Under 10.5 minutes to go first half. What has been a very high-scoring second quarter. And now Cannon D's try to get a charge. And now here comes Demidov. Demidov Wasting no time. But Kiefer Reed getting it right back on the save for the Samba. And now we're at the corner. A little aggression, but taken back here by Rieger. Rieger, a kick too high. So Colton Fry checking back into the game here for the Cleveland Samba. Second quarter, still a lot of second quarter here. George Cottenden trying to attack. It's off. And now Remy Nurowski at the corner, at the left corner for the Cleveland Samba. Rieger trying to track at it. Back to Rieger. Side kick, and now the header by Nurowski. Nurowski getting in there and taking it right back for Cleveland. Cottenden being double teamed. 2-on-1. And just trying to get it back to his teammate Rieger, Jamison Riley. At the corner now. As Kiefer Reed gets a nice throw, keeps it in bounds. And the whistle blows. Looks like there is only one game going on here right now. That is the Samba game. As the last game, we had another game going on field 2 on our far end. But looks like we get a reset, and Harlig, Alex Harlig, gets an off shot block by Mateo Durango. Now Jacob Mitchell. Jacob Mitchell. He is just going to the center. He really picked up his speed as well. And now the header there by Harlig. And no foul. The bench for the Samba wanted a foul. And now here comes a chance for Rock City to attack. And getting it up and in is Jamison Riley, putting Rock City back on top, 5-3. So some substitutions coming in. So it looked really promising on that comeback, but Rock City has taken back the momentum with 8:29 to go in the first half. Live here from the Soccer Sportsplex in North Olmsted, Ohio. Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer here on Godaway Sports, alongside our cameraman, Donald Van Horn. And looks like that is off the side for Connor Hollett. A little hustle down. It's down the middle. Keeping it is Bogdan Yatishin for the Rock City Boom. Another chance to attack here for the Boom. Demidov, and that's on the wall. Dylan Keeling taking it back here for Cleveland. Halfway through the second quarter, Kiefer Reed getting a kick there, staying on balance, staying in position. And now number 12, Joe Balls. Chance to attack for Luka Dodge. Standing there around the wall. Now number 12, Joe Balls back at it. Demidov just trying to track off Mitch Boyer, and Sylvester Messiah taking it right back for Cleveland. And trying to dive to get it. Unsuccessful though. And now taken back here by Rock City. That was Jamison Riley trying to dive to get it for the Rock City Boom. It looks like they're going to call that a foul here on Rock City. Giving it right back here to the Samba. Trailing by as much as 3 goals here tonight. Well within this ball game. In front of a packed house here on field 1 here in North Olmsted. It's up for grabs, and the kick blocked. Mascalini trying to get it back, but taken here by Jamison Riley. Now to Zadowicz. Gives it off to Rieger. And now Colton Fry around the corner, and it looks like someone got in there for Rock City, and it looks like we get a foul going to be called. A foul going to be called on Sigarach, it appears. That's Zadowicz slow to get up here for Rock City. 6:01 to go first half, and Rock City gets a nice kick from Jacob Mitchell. Anthony DeMarco around that corner. And trying to get off of there was number 16, Fernando Furioso. And he gets met up and heads back to the bench here for the Boom.
Hey, number 9 has 3 fouls.
And we just got a word that Sigarach for Cleveland has 3 fouls officially. Number 9, Nick Sigarach. And it's off. The kick there by Kiefer Reed, and now the header. Now this is a header, this time by Anthony DeMarco. 3 headers in a row. But now it's on the corner. We go. Sigarach gets it off to DeMarco. Mateo Durango trying to get some help. DeMarco on near side, out of bounds. Off of the header from number 5, Luka Dodge. And we get a timeout here on the field. So 5:05 to go in the first half, and what has been a very aggressive first half. Cleveland Samba trailing 5-3. This game being brought to you by a Cleveland Samba official partner, BWE Investment Sales. Go to www.bwe.com/investment-sales to learn more. Learn more from the team of Anthony DeMarco, Bill Stevens, Sammy Panak, and Alex Rumley-Anchi. And by another official partner, AO Infinite Globe Life Insurance. Contact us today. You can contact Phil Spagnolo at 724-824-6664, or you can contact Nick Scordos at 216-333-0997. So just over 5 minutes to play, and lights are turned off on field 2, so looks like this is going to be your nightcap here tonight. An MASL3 pivotal showdown here in the East Division. The Cleveland Samba at 5-2, facing off against the undefeated 7-0 division leaders, the Rock City Boom. And back to it we go. Now the kick there at the corner. Back here to Cannon Dees. Officially back underway, coming off the timeout. Connor Hollett. Connor Hollett getting tripped up, and back on offense, Cannon Dees bails him out. Jake Gratzer. Cannon Dees really struggling to get that soccer ball back. And now Furioso, good spin moves. And Furioso gets tripped up, and it looks like we are going to get another foul here on Cleveland. Clock stopping at 4:34. Now here comes this free kick coming up for Alex Harlig. Slowing it down a little bit, but looks like the coaching staff is telling them to move it. Now Harlig. Now Zadowicz. Looks like he was trying to find his teammate there. Unsuccessful. That was number 20. The intended target, Matt Schuber. And shot blocked, unsuccessful. Dylan Keeling. Hustle. Samba just trailing by 2 goals. Looking to get some momentum here before halftime. Now Sadowicz kicks it back on the other side. Still a lot of soccer with only 8 combined goals right now between these two sides. And this is considering the fact that the Rock City Boom has averaged just under 20 goals a game at 19. So it's a little unusual. Their game last week, they only scored 8 goals against the Sahara Gunners. And we saw the Sahara Gunners twice here this season. They are no slouch. They are no slouch. A team that has been looking to improve themselves despite what their record shows. They have been showing improvement, but that was the test for Rock City last week. This is the test this week here, as this may seem to be yet another close one here for them. And we get a whistle blown. We got a lot of contact, both teams being aggressive and physical. Possession error goes back here to the Boom. And once again, we get some contact with yet another foul. Standing at the center circle. Trying to kick it to the other side, the right corner. Just over 2 minutes to go here, first half. And Rock City trying to go on top by 3 goals themselves before halftime. Largest lead has been 3 when they started with a 3-0 spurt, only to be met by a quick 3 goals scored in less than a minute by Cleveland. And now Mateo Durango corralling it here for Cleveland. Anthony DeMarco, too high. Good shot, but too high. Anthony DeMarco with the miss as he heads back to the bench. A minute and a half to work with for the Cleveland Samba. Trying to keep it fast-paced. And Dylan Keeling, another high shot. He's frustrated as he hits the plexiglass. So the coaching staff here for Rock City telling their team to be smart in the last 90 seconds. At the middle, met by Dylan Keeling. Keeling has been getting in there a lot late in this first half. Now the Mita shot taken away by Dylan Keeling. Keeling forcing the turnover here for Cleveland. Now under a minute and counting. And shot off to the right for Nick Zagarach. As Connor Hollett checks back in, George Continent, Max Galaney, Remy Nurowski, and Colton Fry. So less than 1 minute to work with for the Samba. Now Remy Nurowski, who's at the corner, taken by Joe Balls. It's number 20, Matt Schuber for the Rock City Boom. Looking for their last shot here, under 30 seconds now. They're at the left corner. Trying to get it in there, but Kiefer Reed gets it in the box and skips it down under 10 seconds. Now the shoot here for Cleveland. Can they get it off before half? Looks like they won't be able to get it off in time, as it's 1 second, and that will do it here for a very competitive first half. The Cleveland Samba fighting from down 3-0, but they trail the Rock City Boom, the high-powered, undefeated Rock City Boom, 5-3. And we'll send it here to our halftime break. You are watching Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
We're back here to start the third quarter here on Godaway Sports. We just want to remind you that this broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use of our audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So we are here, Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer, alongside our cameraman Donald Van Horn at the Soccer Sportsplex in North Olmsted, Ohio, as definitely a lot of confidence you can give in the Cleveland Samba, just hanging in there against the Rock City Boom, 5-3 in a very tough stalemate. Consider the fact that the last meeting back on January 3rd, from what we hear, it was not close whatsoever. It was like a 12-1 Rock City game en route to a 23-3 victory. So the home field advantage is definitely helping. I guarantee you that. And kind of like the little bit of the lag of the travel from Rock City. Rock City, as mentioned, they are located in Rochester, New York. Just about maybe 4 hours, a 4-hour drive from the Soccer Sportsplex in North Olmsted. And I do apologize for earlier technical difficulties. Just trying to stabilize our Wi-Fi connection was probably first and foremost. Just trying to keep the video from lagging significantly. But back here to start this third quarter as Rock City has it. This is Alex Harlick. Harlick, and the kick there, taken back by Rock City. This is Harlick again. And Anthony DeMarco, it's on the top net. So, nice hustle by Anthony DeMarco. Chance here for Rock City to reset once again with Harlick. He really does the free kicking duties here for the Rock City Boom. Get it off here. Now it's at the corner. And it's taken away. And Zagarach getting his foot on it. And it rolls around. So that is Jacob Mitchell still in the game here for Rock City. PJ Dirksen into the game now for the Cleveland Samba. That rolls around again. Same side. So Jacob Mitchell, yes, definitely still in there. Don't need to change a thing because Jacob Mitchell has been a superb goalie. Samba having a tough time stopping him. And it's taken back. PJ Dirksen just trying to defend this Rock City attack now. Jacob Mitchell has been playing at the goalkeeper position on the other side for Rock City this entire contest. They really have a lot of confidence to play a full 60 minutes out of him. Trying to get the good feed in and the good goal for Fernando Furioso, making it a 6-3 Rock City game. Fernando Furioso slicing it in, and it was a soft one. A soft but deadly one. So it's back up to a 3-goal lead here for the Rock City Boom. Trying to go back to New York victorious. And now Schubert. Shot blocked by PJ Dirksen. Sylvester Messiah getting tripped up. That was Sadowicz. They're on the trip up there for Rock City. Now here comes this free kick coming up in the way. At the corner, Messiah trying to get in there, but Jacob Mitchell getting back on it. Throws it down. Standing around the corner, trying to fight for it. Kick down the middle, and a good little back kick by Zadowicz. Rock City takes back possession. And now Remy Nurowski, header. And he gets met with some contact from number 10, Eduardo Figueroa. Once again, another free kick, this time by Jordan Lewis of the Samba. Taken here by number 23, Rimlianchi, Alex Rimlianchi. Now to Marco, feeding it out to Rimlianchi. Rimlianchi having to get it back off. Use the garage, but shot blocked by Jacob Mitchell. So many shot blocks, and Anthony DeMarco almost, but no cigar. A lot of unfortunate missed chances here for Cleveland on this possession. And Mateo Durango falling down to the ground. Clock stopped at 11:46. Trying to reset it back up here. We got a 3-man wall here for the Rock City Boom, and they just had to pat it off. And Anthony DeMarco unsuccessful again, too far off to the left. Still early on in this third quarter. About 3.5 minutes gone by. Jordan Lewis. And that's on top. That is Joe Balls kicking it on top of the ceiling, out of bounds. So some substitutions coming in and out for both sides. It's Mitch Boyer getting it down to the corner. Demidov giving it right back here to the Boom. Furioso almost had it, but Mitch Boyer was right there in the vicinity. As Boyer trying to get it off the Harlett, but Harlett takes it right back on the header. And now Gratzer Trying to play hard, trying to get a little 2-on-1 action. Now at the center field we go. Harley. And now Furioso. Furioso trying to spin off himself. Now to meet it. Look at the shoot as PJ Dirksen gets in there for the Cleveland Samba. Ottenden checking back in here for the Samba. You're seeing some substitutions here. Schubert back into the game for Rock City. Trying to slow it down a notch, but gives it off to Joe Balls. Ottenden trying to track him down. Rieger, number 9. Trying to get some separation. Can he get it in? No! Good! Last second save by Cannon Dees. He was not a goalie, mind you. Trying to get another good, clean look. So far, 9 combined goals so far here tonight. Largest lead has been 3. That is the lead right now here for the Rock City Boom. But the Samba looking to cut it back down. Looking to have another comeback from it. Their end again. 9.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Nurowski almost had it for a second. Trying to push him off. That kick is off to Sylvester Messiah. Trying to get off of Sadowich, which he does there. Now to get it off, they swing it to the corner, and Sylvester Messiah, no. A little too far off in the corner. Not had that right clean angle. And now here comes Rimley Anchi on the charge. And we get a stoppage. Whistle has blown. With 8:38 to go in the third quarter. And now Rock City gets another crack. Up there for grabs, looks like it hit the ceiling, out of bounds. So you haven't seen really any scoring here. In this third quarter. But now the free kick coming up for Zagarach, unsuccessful. Zagarach getting it right back here for the Samba. Kick is up. Only 1 goal so far here in this third quarter. That was by Rock City. Substitutions. And Mitchell the throw-in. At the wall. Durango kicking it back. Have a little bit of a heel kick. Back heel kick there. And now, a reset for Jordan Lewis. And Zagarach going to be called with a kick. As he kicked off Sadowich of Rock City, and Sadowich going to restart this possession here for the Boom. And getting it off is Jacob Mitchell as he slides down to the ground as he was a little bit tripped up to the ground. And now Jake Gratzer. Jake Gratzer trying to feed it in. Jake Gratzer was being met heavily. Now Rock City back on offense. Halfway through this third quarter and what has been a very defensive third quarter. Samba still have yet to get on the board here in the second half. Connor Holla trying to track down Alex Harley. Gets a little bit of a man game, man defense. Trying to get some good hustle. And out of bounds, good shot block by Jake Gratzer. So 7:02 left here, third quarter. So it looks like we got a timeout here on the field. So your score is the Rock City Boom 6 and the Cleveland Samba 3. Once again, this game is being brought to you in part by an official partner of the Cleveland Samba, Suds McGuire Bar and Grill, your favorite hangout spot for us at Godaway Sports, but most importantly, the Cleveland Samba. And you can stop by Bar and Grill after the game to try to meet some of your favorite Samba players. That is Suds McGuire Bar and Grill in Berea. And by Matthew Warner, the realtor at Keller Williams. Dial 440-429-6657, or you can contact Matthew at mwarner@kw.com. And last but not least, Simvay Systems, led by Christopher David Oswald on 29570 Clemens Road in Westlake, Ohio, 44145. You can dial 216-282-8192, email him at koswald@simvay.com, or go to www.simvay.com to learn more. Halfway through this third quarter on what has been a very much needed game for the Cleveland Samba. If not for first place, at least for bragging rights. Trying to split the season series here against the undefeated division leaders in the East, the Rock City Boom. Back in action. The Medif, and it's off of P.J. Dirksen. P.J. Dirksen getting it into his hands. So Dirksen, it looks like it hit the top. A little too high of a throw for P.J. Dirksen. Lucky break here for the Boom. Gonna set it back up. Harlig going to get the free kick off. That was a little tap. Good defensive block. Harlig calling for Mitchell to kick it back in to the other third. And good snag by Dirksen, who just rolls it down. Remy Nurowski. Nurowski stepping back. Trying to find some separation. And he whipped on it. That was Remy Nurowski. Maintain possession. Now to Medif. Medif trying to get it off, but it's off the wall. And now Harlick back at it for the Boom. Jameson Riley kicking it right back to Jacob Mitchell. Now to Harlick. Back to Harlick. He just kicks it right down the middle to Demidov. The defense not budging whatsoever here for the Cleveland Samba. They've been playing a lot of tight man here in this third quarter. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the period. Still a 6-3 lead for the Rock City Boom. And good shot block. At the last second, that was George Cottondon. They do not want to lose this game whatsoever here tonight, and they are really fighting every step of the way. This is a team that's not going to quit despite the score. That's off the side of the wall. Another crack at it, but take it right back. George Condon now for Cleveland, scoops it off to Nurowski. Teo Durango to Jordan Lewis. It's off the side of the wall. To Durango, and Durango, oh, kicked off. Looks like that was Sadowich getting in there, helping out Jacob Mitchell. We will get a free kick coming up here for Zagarach of the Samba, and it's off. Just a little bit too far out to the right. Sadowich was right there, and Jacob Mitchell grabbing it again. Mitchell down to the corner. Maintaining keep away. Oh, on the corner. That was Sadowich. Sadowich right back. They're really controlling offensive possession, but the Samba take it back. A little suffocating defense here for Cleveland. What is destined to be final quarter for the ages. Either the Boom could pull away or the Samba could pull off yet another comeback. Hollett trying to get some separation on the far end. But with the ball, it's Jordan Lewis. And now number 20, Cannon Dees. A little collision there, being tripped up, no foul. That was number 13, Jordan Lewis. Now hustle back at it. Hollett was unable to get out of that heavy man defense. Get a turnover here. Wants to get taken back. There and a little bit off to the left. 14 Harley. The Pat. Just wanted to keep it away. Now right back to him. Mitch Boyer got his foot on there for a second. Oh! The Samba really getting a lot of extra help along the goal. That is why this defense has been really suffocating and really frustrating to deal with. It's not just the goalie they have to worry about, but it's players around the goal. 2:39 left, third quarter in. Looks like we'll get another reset free kick. Back at it we go. They reset it off. And it's shot blocked. Vince Mascladani. Just under 2.5 ago, third quarter. Samba trying to get on the board here in the second half, but Rock City, their defense has been stingy as well. Both defenses have been really stingy. Not just this third quarter, but tonight overall. Off the side of the wall. And another shot block, Harley. And now back to Colton Fry. Colton Fry standing on the plexiglass, and it's off the side of the wall. Jacob Mitchell just refusing to let down. Throws it once again back to the right corner. #13 Jordan Lewis scoops it off to Anthony DeMarco, down to the middle to George Cottenden. And Cottenden back to Anthony DeMarco. Jordan Lewis kicking it down the other side. Jordan Lewis trying to reset with DeMarco. DeMarco, Zagarach, and getting in there was Fernando Furioso. And now Joe Ball's taking it. Under a minute now to work with for the Samba here in this third quarter. Going to go into the fourth quarter with a tough stalemate. Very low scoring for an indoor soccer game, to say the least. Only 9 combined goals so far here tonight. And it's taken off. PJ Dirksen there with the save for the Cleveland Samba. And it's off! Good shot blocked at the last second. A lot of last second saves on both sides. This is number 18, Caleb Munsky, getting his first piece of it tonight. here for the Rock City Boom. Now Alex Rimlianchi going to try this free kick. It's off and good shot block again. We go right back to PJ Dirksen. Dirksen with the header. Dirksen having to go back and it's off. Too high. With 17.8 seconds to go, the Samba looking for one last crack in this third quarter. And now, good save again by Jacob Mitchell. Jagarach. Now Sadowicz with clock sounding here to end this third quarter. Yeah, we got a little bit of a push-off and a little bit of a scuffle. They have to separate the two teams. We got a little bit of a scuffle here to end this third quarter. Those tensions could really go into the fourth quarter. What is destined to be a great end to this game. So, end of three. It is 6-3, the Rock City Boom lead. You are watching Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use for audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So, a little bit of a scuffle here to start this fourth quarter. It is a lot of tensions flaring. A lot of tensions flaring and emotions high. As you saw, look, oh, someone was, from what I hear, a lot of provocation by both teams. Oh, there's a bench warning here on the Samba. There's going to be a lot of chirpiness, I guarantee you, in this fourth quarter. So Noah Richter, play-by-play announcer, alongside our cameraman, Donald Van Horn. This is not what we expected here to see.
I'm going to be dragged into this. They said they had it on camera.
And there is camera evidence, there is visual evidence on how that almost near fight went down. And there was, like, from what I hear, a lot of threats. Like threats of, like, maybe on both sides. Threats on both sides.
One of our players was saying there's a camera right here that has the evidence.
But after this game comes to an end, we will see camera evidence on what goes on. Definitely a great start here to this fourth and final quarter. And considering how close this game is, it's going to be a really aggressive and chirpy fourth quarter. So off to the action we go. Let's see how this fourth quarter comes along. The waning moments of the season, of the regular season. Samba really fighting hard for bragging rights, trying to defend their home turf where they are undefeated this year at 3-0. Jacob Mitchell taking it right back. And now number 14, Harling. And it's off the side as PJ Dirksen gets it in on the other end. He's on the other end for this quarter. The header And now Fernando Furioso gets it off to Alex Harling. Now to Furioso. Man defense. Just trying to get it off to the other side. And now Canadiz. Canadiz trying to lead this charge. First possession of the fourth quarter here for the Cleveland Samba. And now the throw there by Jacob Mitchell. Trying to get it over Dirksen, but Dirksen snatches it in. Dirksen has done a really good job of giving up only one goal so far here in the second half. Some substitutions. Anthony DeMarco. Now Connor Hollett, he was on the wall trying to get out of there. And now Remy Nurowski, it's off of the fingertips, but it stays on the positive side of the goal for Rock City. And now Anthony DeMarco back into the game. You can tell these players are heated up after that little scuffle, or that little skirmish. And now Fernando Furioso. You definitely consider as player being tripped up there. That was Rieger. Next to the geographical rival, Youngstown, this is probably considered to be the Cleveland Samba's biggest rival. They're a team that does not want to play second fiddle to these guys, and you're seeing that right now out here on the field. And now at the corner, and it's off. Too high for Sylvester Messiah. Looks like the Rock City bench calling for a goal kick. Yeah, this will be a goal kick here for Jacob Mitchell. It's number 25. Bogdan Chishin. Taken back, Sylvester Messiah, Mateo Durango, but right there is Sadowich for the Boom, and George Condon getting it right back. Harling now in there. Both teams back and forth, cat and mouse. And now Harling, can he get it in? No, he decides to pass it off to Riley, and now Sadowich trying to find that open seat. And it's off of P.J. Dirksen again, and off of P.J. Dirksen again. Second time in a row, and that's out of bounds. 6-3, still your score. 12:09 to go. No one has left this building. Samba really wanting to win, but as that foul is going to be called on Rock City, you have a lot of confidence in them as a unit. They were really good last year, but look to be even more improved this year, and it's in! That is Dylan Keeling right there, making it a 6-4 game on the goal. And it was a really long, far-distance goal here for Dylan Keeling. That is just what the Samba needed, just what the doctor ordered. $11:48 to go. And a 6-4 game. Samba. They are not quitting. Trying to go to the final gun, trying to go to the bitter gun. But now they give it back to Jacob Mitchell, trying to get it over Mitchell. Hey, go, Connor. Or get it. You want to see more here coming from Cleveland. It's blocked by P.J. Dirksen again. And that's out of bounds. A little frustrating sequence here by Jake Gratzer. And once again, we got tensions flaring up. As Jake Gratzer trying to make his case. Looks like Harlech be called to go on this free kick. Here comes Alex Harlech. Just bats it off. And good takeaway. Connor Harlech. Connor Harlech trying to win the foot race, and he does! Connor Harlech! Whoa, baby! 6-5. Connor Harlech makes it a one-goal game. That is enough to really amp up this building. So 1 goal away from tying it up. And you do not want to leave. You do not want to miss a thing. For those who are watching back in Rochester or wherever you are in the country, because you are witnessing a classic. Now Mateo Durango trying to win it again, and it's too high. Good shot, though, by Sylvester Messiah. And now Jacob Mitchell. Pump fake, and now he just throws it down. And a little fight between it, Furioso and DeMarco. Furioso falling down to the ground here for Rock City. Mitchell. Every goal counts from here on out. 10.5 minutes to go. And it's off the side. PJ Jerkson leaping in, but Joe Balls gets it right back. Now Riley. Now Demita having to go to the corner back to get it. Trying to get some help here on the help side and being tripped up. Here for the Samba was number 14, Remy Nurowski, and now looks like we get goal kick coming up here for PJ Dirksen. Probably the best soccer game we have seen on our brand all year. We are just in our first year, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We've gotten this golden opportunity thanks to the generosity of owner/president Reno DiStefano, who really gave us this opportunity to broadcast his Cleveland Samba team. And this is a game where organizations really prove themselves, a David and Goliath battle. Now off to the corner, Jordan Lewis is right there. And Jacob Mitchell getting in there, getting down to the ground. Just over 9 minutes and counting here. And now Dylan Keeling, who started off this rally, getting it off, but a lot of defense here for the Rock City Boom. They get it right back. Furioso trying to get ball handling. And PJ Dirksen. Looks like he got it off to the net. Now Dirksen. Here comes a hard throw. Rieger right there for the Boom. And Skladany hustling back to get it, but unsuccessful as Furioso was able to take it off to Jacob Mitchell. So it's off, and it's not on the net. It was on the wall, so it's still in play. Now Rieger to the Zadowicz, and Zadowicz finds his man at the middle. That is number 20, Matt Schubert. Cannon Dees trying to win it again, and no. That was a shot blocked again by Mitchell. Mitchell playing this entire contest on what has now been 52 minutes gone by. Cannon Dees rolling it down. Rieger right there. He pushes him off, and it looks like Zagarach going to be called with the foul. Mitch Boyer going in, and substitutions all around here for Cleveland. Clock stops at 7:57. But number 5 back into the game, Luka Dodge for Rock City. That is foul number 5, by the way, for Nick Zagarach. Scoop in by P.J. Dirksen. Throws it. And here it is. Zagarach, the header. Zagarach being tripped up to the ground. They don't call the foul. Now taken back here by number 10, Eduardo Figueroa. And it looks like we get contact called here. And slow to get up here is Harlig. Harlig down on the ground. It looks like Harlig not getting up whatsoever. And down on the ground. Being helped up. So he is limping a little bit, but he does get back up under his own power. Looks like he will definitely have to go out, at least for what appears to be the next few minutes. Could be a little bit of a burn that was going on his knee. But we will take a timeout on the field, at least, as your score reads 6-5 in favor of the Rock City Boom. So, this game being brought to you by, once again, your official partners, The Healthiest You, Dr. Maximilian Zart Chiropractor Center. Go to Dr. Maximilian Zart in Strongsville, 12608 Almeida Drive. Dial 440-238-3338. And this game also being brought to you by Foundation Vitamins and Sports Supplements and by RM Riggle. Last but not least, Barrett Financial Group, the team of John Washburn, Philip Spagnolo, and Nick Mastropetro. Barrett Financial Group, LLC. You can go to them at 8500 Station Street Suite 300K, Mentor, Ohio. That is 8500 Station Street Suite 300K, Mentor, Ohio. 44060. The clock reads 7:17 to go in this one. Kick is away. That was Jordan Lewis here for the Cleveland Samba. I kick it out to the side. Kick it off to the wall. And here it is on the net. So on the net, out of bounds. Possession arrow going back here to Cleveland. Samba trying to get win number 6 here. Currently 5-2. And they can do so by handing Rock City their first defeat here this season. 6.5 minutes to go. They still trail by 1. And now Cannondese. It's a hopper. And it looks like penalty, though. It's foul called on Rock City, and some subs coming in for both teams. That's a little ground ball. Now Jake Gratzer, shot blocked by Balls, and Balls, that's Gratzer, and almost. BJ Dirksen right there, he has to kick it back out. Cannondese now to Jake Gratzer, near side. Now it's Mitch Boyer. Mascladani back to Mitch Boyer. And a header by Rock City, and back to Boyer. It looks like it hit the ceiling, so out of bounds. So 5:46 on this clock, and a free kick coming up for Harlig on the other side. The bat off and off the side of the wall. Still a one-goal game. They get control of it again. And Sadowich, Dirksen right there, and Spladany kicks it out. Spladany getting it right back here. Good spin move. Spladany drawing contact on Sadowich. Now coming into the game, Remy Nurowski, as well as Alex Rumilianchi and Mateo Durango. Best is yet to come. Nobody's in the driver's seat. It's not going to be like that for the last 5 minutes. It shouldn't be. And, oh, off the top! That was Alex Rumilianchi, and off the top of the net. That was almost maybe about 2 or 3 feet. 2 or 3 feet too high. Now it's all up to Rock City just to try to hold on to this 1-goal lead in the last 5 minutes. Defense is going to have to really step it up a notch. And falling down to the ground was Sadowich. Samba have outscored the Boom 2-1 here in the second half, so keep that in mind. And now here comes a shot off to the wall. Once again, unsuccessful. The offense really slowing down here for Rock City in the second half. Kick it right back to the other side of the third with just over 4 minutes left. They are taking a lot of time off the clock. That is crucial. It does hit the top of the wall and on the net. And coming in is George Contondon for the Cleveland Samba. And it looks like we have some more tensions between Sadowich and the official this time. The officials have not been budging by either arguments on either side. And now the grab by P.J. Dirksen. Dirksen throwing it down, and whistle blows as we will get a goal kick from Jacob Mitchell. No. They give it right to Mitchell. But now it looks like the free kick coming up for Harlig. With 3:50 on the clock. He tries at it. Good two-man wall, good two-man block. Holding them to 13 goals below their season average are the Cleveland Samba. And a track for it. Once again, denying the goal. Jordan Lewis sidekick to Sylvester Messiah. Messiah and a spin move. Here comes a trip up there, and a foul going to be called on the Boom. In a little bit of pain right now is George Condon. That's more out of frustration, but Condon does draw contact, and Alex Rumlianchi being called up for the free kick with 3:24 on the clock. True close game we've had all year, and it's a doozy. And it's, oh no, good save at the last second. Jacob Mitchell just low enough, and it's off the body, off the shoulder of Jordan Lewis. It did graze the net. Possession arrow stays here with Rock City. And Jake Gratzer into the game here for Cleveland. Reset, and it's in! Oh, it is in for number 5 of Rock City. That is Luka Dodge making it a 7-5 game with 3:10 remaining. That's got to be a heart-wrenching dagger right there, but still some time to come back and score 2 unanswered goals. You've seen it all night long. But Rock City trying to finish the job. And it looks like we get a timeout here on the floor, on the field. So 3:10 remaining and a much crucial goal by Luka Dodge, making it a 7-5 lead for the Rock City Boom, trying to stay undefeated at 8-0. This game being brought to you once again by our friends at RM Riggle. RM Riggle is dedicated to providing our clients with professional and cost-effective fire sprinkler design and installation. RM Riggle, we consistently supply our clients with attentive office staff and project management. We also provide annual testing, inspections, and necessary maintenance. RM Riggle has been a preferred fire sprinkler contractor since 2005, servicing all of Ohio and neighboring states. We implement our employees with the tools and training necessary for future growth within the industry and our company. RM Riggle, Fire Suppression and Mechanical Contractor. Located on 879 West Bagley Road, Berea, Ohio, 44017. Once again, 879 West Bagley Road, Berea, Ohio, 44017. RM Riggle, Fire Protection Service in Berea, Ohio. So fourth quarter winding down, and Rock City just trying to hold off a rally here from Cleveland in the final. And the final 3 minutes. So 180 seconds to go. And the Samba really trying to clamp down. Cannon Dees looked like he changed his jersey. He is into a blue jersey now. And Dees gives it right back to Mitch Boyer. And it's taken away just briefly. But Mitch Boyer getting it right back. The Samba bench trying to pump them up. Trailing by no more than 3 goals here tonight. Taking their time. They got to pick up the pace now as Mateo Durango. Durango taken by Jacob Mitchell. It's desperation time now here for Cleveland. Taken. And the Rock City Boom trying to finish the job. The Samba bench is saying you got to have some urgency. And they pick up the urgency right now with just under 2 minutes to go. Taken by Jake Gratzer. Jake Gratzer trying to get it back. But Jacob Mitchell, once again, the goalie, is doing his work. Fernando Furioso. Clock management now is a factor. And that's off, just off. Cannon Dees was defending that goal. Cannon Dees looks like he's around that goalie. Looks like they're trying to get an extra attacker there. That's what it's appearing. And I believe that is why they have gotten it off, like gotten the jersey swap here for Cannon Dees, because they had that extra attacker. That is what it is. Their empty goal as PJ Dirksen is on the bench. Similar to hockey where they have that empty goal. And it's off the top. And the extra attacker, Cannon Dees, gets it off. Under a minute to go. And now, last hope for the Samba. Trying to get a goal, and it's taken here. Jacob Mitchell. The extra attacker still in there, Cannon Dees. Looks like he is defending that technically empty goal, but Last 30 seconds here for Rock City. On their way to staying undefeated in not an easy task here tonight. Samba almost came back twice. But now the hustle. And 10 seconds left and counting. As it looks like that will pretty much do it here tonight from the Soccer Sports Blitz fire at the last second. The buzzer beating goal for Connor Holland. So that is what you want to do if you're going to lose this game. You got nothing left to lose. Just refuse to go down without a fight. And looks like they got to put some seconds back on the clock. So hold on, not over yet. Hold on. Maybe we do have to take the kickoff. That is what they're saying. That is what they are officially saying. We're going to see how much time, 0.4 of a second remaining in this one. But, oh my, what a game here tonight. Even if the Samba are going to lose this game, it's not without hearts, admiration, responding to adversity, and that will do it here. Your final score, officially, it is the Rock City Boom 7 and the Cleveland Samba 6. It was heart-wrenching, but do not hang your heads. It was a heck of a game. Obviously, a loss is a loss, but you got to give them a lot of respect. They have my respect, that is for sure, because the Cleveland Samba are not a team to be messed around with, especially at the Rock City, who just holds on to go to 8-0 on the year, as Rock City will go back home next Sunday night when they play host to the Sahara Gunners, 8:15 p.m. out there in Rochester. And here comes the little standing ovation for the Cleveland Samba. 7-6, and tension still flaring between DeMarco and the official. And now,
I don't know who the fuck you are. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, right.
but nevertheless, a standing ovation by the Cleveland Samba fans who really came out in support of their team. And this is the loss that, I know it's a loss, but you definitely are a team worthy of respect. You gave Rock City a fight to literally the final buzzer. It was a heck of a game, and this is a game that really boosts morale. Hopefully heading into nationals and throughout the remaining course of the season. Their next game will be here, our home finale, next Saturday night at 6 p.m. against the Youngstown Nighthawks. And it was a domination from the Samba, looking to respond from this loss and get back onto the winning board at 5-3 right now. We're looking to go to 6-3 next week. But for myself and Donald Van Horn, our cameraman, this is Noah Ricks signing off here on Godaway Sports. Your final score, the Rock City Boom 7, the Cleveland Samba 6. You have been watching a presentation of Godaway Sports. We got away.
Godaway Sports and City View Sportscast thanks you for watching this presentation of high school athletics. For more coverage of your local teams, stay tuned to Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.